As the towering glaciers of Mount Kilimanjaro melt at unprecedented rates, Africa's highest peak is transforming rapidly, leaving scientists and locals alarmed. Kilimanjaro's snow-capped summit, once a lasting image of African beauty and mystery, may soon be gone entirely. This story explores some interesting facts about Mount Kilimanjaro, the causes and the impact of its disappearing on local communities and wildlife, and what can be done to save this vital landmark. Mount Kilimanjaro is Africa's tallest mountain. Kilimanjaro is the highest mountain in Africa, standing at about 19,341 feet, 5,895 meters, above sea level. Mount Kilimanjaro is a freestanding mountain. Unlike most mountains, which are part of ranges, Kilimanjaro is a freestanding volcanic mountain. It rises up from the surrounding plains with no other mountains around it. Mount Kilimanjaro is 3 volcanoes in one. Kilimanjaro is made up of 3 volcanic cones, Kibo, Mawenzi, and Shira. Kibo, the tallest cone, is dormant, while the others are extinct. Mount Kilimanjaro is snow-capped despite being near the equator. Even though it's located near the equator, Kilimanjaro has a snow-capped peak due to its high altitude. Mount Kilimanjaro shrinking glaciers. Kilimanjaro's glaciers are melting rapidly. Scientists estimate they may disappear completely within the next few decades due to climate change. Mount Kilimanjaro's ice fields are shrinking fast. Over the last century, nearly 85% of its glaciers have disappeared, and some scientists predict they may vanish entirely by 2050. Warming temperatures, intensified by human activity, have accelerated the melting process, putting Kilimanjaro's iconic glaciers on a path to extinction. Experts estimate that, without intervention, the entire ice cap could disappear in the coming decades. Global warming is the primary driver behind Kilimanjaro's glacial loss. Rising temperatures and changing precipitation patterns have left the mountain's glaciers vulnerable to faster melting. Greenhouse gases released into the atmosphere trap heat, and Africa's equatorial regions, including Kilimanjaro, are feeling the effects. Additionally, deforestation in the surrounding regions disrupts local water cycles, depriving the glaciers of the moisture they need to replenish. The glaciers on Kilimanjaro are more than just a tourist attraction. They are a crucial water source for nearby communities. The melting ice feeds rivers and streams that locals depend on for agriculture, drinking water, and sustaining wildlife. As the glaciers recede, these water sources dwindle, putting both human populations and unique wildlife ecosystems at risk. Indigenous species, including plants and animals adapted to Kilimanjaro's cooler temperatures, face the threat of extinction. Kilimanjaro is one of Tanzania's most visited destinations, drawing tourists from around the world who come to see the snows of Kilimanjaro. However, as the glaciers vanish, the mountains alone may fade, leading to a decline in tourism. This would be devastating for the local economy, as tourism provides jobs and income for thousands of Tanzanians. The potential economic losses underscore the importance of preserving Kilimanjaro's glaciers, not just as a natural wonder, but as a vital contributor to Tanzania's economy. For many Tanzanians and neighboring communities, Kilimanjaro holds profound cultural and spiritual meaning. The mountain represents resilience and continuity, a symbol of endurance that has endured for generations. As the glaciers retreat, locals feel a loss not only of natural beauty but of a significant cultural landmark. Globally, Kilimanjaro's disappearing glaciers are a powerful symbol of climate change's impact, affecting not only Africa but the entire planet. To address this urgent crisis, local and global initiatives are taking action. International climate agreements, like the Paris Accord, aim to reduce emissions and limit global warming. Locally, conservation groups are working to combat deforestation, replanting native trees to restore water cycles, and promoting eco-friendly tourism practices. These efforts are essential to slowing glacier melt and protecting Kilimanjaro's unique ecosystem. However, these measures need global support to be truly effective. If Kilimanjaro's glaciers vanish, the region's communities, wildlife, and cultural heritage will suffer profoundly. Time is running out, but there are ways to help. Support reforestation projects, back climate action initiatives, and spread awareness of the urgent need to protect Kilimanjaro and other vulnerable ecosystems. By coming together, we can work to preserve the roof of Africa for future generations.